In this edition of Twin Reel Game Reviews, we'll be taking a look at Olympia Rising, published by PlayEveryWare. Now, Olympia Rising is a platforming game where you play the role of Viola, a young warrior who had an untimely death in the overworld, and is now awakened within the underworld, and it is up to you to help guide Viola through the underworld, the land of Hades, so she can get herself over to Mount Olympus. And so as you can see, the pixel art looks pretty decent in the game, like the character animations, the enemies, the background movement. I do enjoy the layered background effect, where you have like those two backgrounds moving at different speeds in comparison to the foreground. The music is pretty decent as well, along with the sound effects. I really enjoyed the feature they put in, where you can have your coin collecting multiplied as you're in the air. Basically, the way it works is when you're on the ground fighting enemies, you get whatever they're worth in coins. But if you're in the air fighting enemies, the more enemies you can kill while you're in the air, then the more coins you get from those enemies. So if there's 7 guys in the air and you can chain them all to be killed while you're in the air, then second enemy is worth 2 times their points, third enemy is worth 3 times their points, etc. until you hit the ground again. And so because of that as well, every time you hit or kill an enemy, you actually get 2 extra jumps. So you can keep chaining your jumps, so you can get pretty high up in the air as long as there's enemies for you to hit. Another thing that was nice is that besides the save system that it has in the game, there's also a password system. So if there's a certain level you like and you want to go replay it again, pop in the password and you're good to go. Some of the issues that I had with the game though is there's a lot of times where the frame rate would drop down for a moment here and there and act up. And I'm surprised it's still going on, because the game has been patched from the European release many months ago to fix a lot of the stuff already, so I'm not sure why we're still getting this. Another thing with the frame rate issue is that World 5.3, the whole level runs at like 10 to 15 frames per second. I'm not sure what's going on there. I restarted the game and everything, and it still does that. And it's only the one level, so I'm not sure what happened when that was set up. Another issue for me with the controller is that the D-pad doesn't always register what you want to do. And so if you're moving, your guy will be moving along, all of a sudden your character will just stop, and you're still holding down the button to move. So you have to let go of the button, press the button down again, and the character's going to start moving. And apart from that, the buttons are strangely out as well, because you have your A and your Y being jump, your B and your X being your attack. And I wish you could kind of customize that, because for those type of games, I actually prefer using B for jump and Y for attacking. But that part wasn't a big issue, but I was just getting used to, again, remembering to play with the A as a jump and the B as the attack. Another thing for me is when you kill the enemies, and it didn't happen often, but the enemy wouldn't always die. Like, their icon or their image would disappear off the screen, so they looked like they were gone. But if you walked past where you killed the enemy, you would start taking damage. So I'm not sure what happened there, if the game doesn't remove the enemy properly or what, but that was an annoyance from time to time. Another thing for me, and this is just more of me, is that because some of the levels you have to collect like 300 coins, and if you're close to finishing the level, and you die because you don't get many hit points, then you lose all the coins, because the whole point of each level is to collect the right amount of coins to make it to the next level, with the exception of the bosses. And so it got pretty frustrating when you died when you were so close to getting the amount of coins you had, especially in the levels that have lava coming up. So it's timed. There's no timer, but the lava's gonna get you if you don't get enough coins fast enough. So that got pretty frustrating at times. And for me, because of that, the game felt more like a coin collecting game instead of a platforming game. Because again, in every level, your whole point of being there is to collect enough coins to make your way through to the next level. And so, all in all, it was a decent game. I didn't mind playing it. I would definitely give it a 6.5 out of 10. And that's it for this review.